Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with an episode of Zero City. We got the Night at the Museum event going on halfway through. I'm going to do a little bit of progress update today, and hopefully get lucky and get a hologram or two. I suspect that's probably not the case based on what you guys are saying so far. I'm going to announce the giveaway winners, I'm going to announce the next giveaway, and if there's time I'm going to do a little bit of squad testing and announce a little bit of a change that I've been making to my squad and do some testing and see how it goes maybe. So anyway, let's just jump in and see where things are. You know what? First things first, let's do giveaway winners. We had the giveaway that we do every week on the channel. Sometimes they're on Discord, sometimes they're in video, and obviously I haven't been doing them on videos quite as often, but I did them recently, so that just closed, and let me just go ahead and throw them up. I don't even remember what the numbers were. There we go. We had the range was 10,000, 15,000. The winning number was 12,036, and the 10 people that were the closest are Dorotzi, South Bronx, Blackhawk, Silk, Redliner, Kate, Xeon, Sicko, 247, Malin, Jean-Luc. Congratulations, you guys each get 250 crypto coins. I will go ahead and turn those in when I make this when I turn this video on. It would be tomorrow, and hopefully you get these cryptos by the end of this week, so you can use them in the event if that is something you are interested in. So congratulations, thank you for participating in this giveaway, and be on the lookout for the giveaway coming up for next week. That'll be turned on as well once this video goes live. So and just real quick QC Runner advertisement, you can see down below on the ticker I have those who are supporting the channel down there. South Bronx, actually, who won the giveaway this week. No relation to the giveaway actually going on, but thank you for your recent donation. Thank you, Loco, and everybody else who are contributing and helping out, and also thank you to those who are helping out on the Discord server. We are very close to reaching 1,000 members on Discord, so if that's something you haven't done yet, be sure to check that out. There's also contributors on YouTube as well. Keith Giles, one of our monthly contributors, so thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. I very much appreciate that. Alright, so like I said, I'll announce the next giveaway at some point within this video. Not really sure. Whenever seems to be a good point. So my event, as you can see, has not really happened yet. I mean, we opened up. I'm going to get away from this wind so we don't hear so much background noise here. I don't remember where we left off in our last video. I think I had like 16 collections, maybe a little bit less. I tried not to open up any. I ended up doing a couple. One to complete this quest bar here, just to get that off of my notifications, the little alert that popped up here, and then a couple other ones I did because I needed some food. But other than that, I haven't done anything. I was just saving them for the video, and from what I've been hearing from everybody else, the chance of getting anything is really, really low. I mean, I announced that at the beginning anyway, so I knew that, and the typical number seems to be 350 collections these days to complete the event in this game, and Hustle Castle and American Dad as well, if you want to get everything, get all the holograms, prototypes, runes, whatever game you're playing. And that seems to be the case here as well. 300 to 350 seems to be what people are needing to complete everything. Somebody like me on this account only need 3, so that means 350 collections to only get 3. So you're going to run into people like Flart in my clan. He's, I think the last I saw was like 150, 175 or something like that. He hasn't gotten any yet. He only needs 3. So obviously the second half of the event should go better for him. He should get some of those based on the numbers we're seeing, but I can understand why it's so frustrating going this far and not getting them. But again, you know, my personal opinion is it makes it more special when you have to work for them and you get them, rather than, you know, having everything on day one. That's pretty boring when you have a 15-day event and you get everything the first day. So I'm not going to go down, get on that soapbox like I usually do. But as you can see, I'm looking for 3 here. My mini account, I've gotten 2 so far. I think I've opened up 80 collections or something like that, somewhere around there, and I've gotten 2. I've gotten the new one here, which I'm not really wanting to use on that account, and then I also got my Ranger armor one as well. So neither one of those are the key ones I'm looking for at the moment, but you know, it's something, some progress there. I got my squad over 1 million finally. All right, let me just go ahead and start opening some of these up. I don't really have any method or madness that I'm going to follow here. If I feel things aren't going good, I'm going to back out. If they're going good, I'll stay in. One thing I'm noticing, I think this was a game we tried before, opening these boxes are just so incredibly slow, so I tried to do them on my phone instead of on the emulator, but they seem to be going really fast right now, so that is encouraging. There was an update to the game, there's an update to the emulator. Not sure if any of that has any bearing on anything, but we might be able to blast through all these fairly quickly, which would be good. So I can get to this multi-purpose and we can see if it's any good. I have a couple other things to do to raise my power. I'm not really looking to raise my power. While I'm opening some of these up, let me just talk about what my squad's been doing. And be wasting a lot of resources, a lot of food. The one thing I don't want to waste is cash, so I'll be popping out a couple times to check on where I'm at for my cash level. Yeah, my squad's been doing pretty good. I'm at 3.8, I think, is my historic high right now. And I run arenas. I have a 6-man squad. I run with 5, or 5 plus a cook or something like that. 5-person, because I think over half of my fighters are women, so 5-person squad, and it's really strong. So I've been, in general, I'll beat anybody under low 4 millions. Last week, or might have been this week actually, I've beaten several people over 6 million. I beat one person twice, 6.4 million in 2 separate battles. Actually 3 times, because they tried to fight me again another time and I fought them back. I also beat a 6.5 million. So I mean, obviously these people don't probably have the best squad setups going, and that's why I'm able to beat them. I didn't really go in and study what their setup is, but the squad I'm running is pretty good, so I can do that. And getting in arenas where I'm usually the 2nd or 3rd lowest in total power and being able to finish in the top 3 or top 4 is, I don't know, I think that's a pretty good thing, so I'm pretty proud about that. So because of that, I don't want to go jump in and just raise my power like crazy, which obviously I could do by adding a 6th fighter or making my chemist a lot stronger, which is certainly needed. Still just trying to take it slow. I went in my Hustle Castle account and, started buying sets and completing everything as quickly as possible. And the thing about this game and all these games are there's always going to be somebody higher powered than you. There's always going to be somebody that wants to spend more money than you. There's always going to be somebody better. And with the matching system, you're very unlikely to be the top always and every time. So my personal opinion is if you can be competitive at a certain level, there's really no rush to get to another level where you're going to have the same fights. Buying that $100 set's not going to necessarily get you farther ahead, because you're going to be against other people doing the same kind of thing that you just did. So I don't know. That's my opinion. That's why I'm not really in a hurry to force things along too much here. With that said, I am going to make one slight change, which, like I said, I will cover here a little bit later. All right, 3.2 million in cash. Everything else is maxed out. Let me see if there's anything I can go ahead and upgrade. Most of these things I don't care about. Foundry, don't care about. Lumber mill, no. Chem lab, I'm not using this stuff, so I mean, why would I mean, obviously I could benefit from it, but weapons workshop, I'm not crafting stuff I'm using. If anything, I'm crafting stuff to break apart, so I would want it to be a much lower level so I don't have to waste my time waiting for that stuff to be crafted. Gear workshop, alliance hall, I don't request resources ever, so that doesn't get me anything. Accounting office, that'd be good, so I can I think will probably be the next place I'm going to go, so I can start training my bankers higher. Carpentry doesn't matter. Forge doesn't matter. Experimental lab, that one would be good. I definitely need to do that one. Barracks, I'm not doing my barracks anytime soon. Arsenal, I don't really care about people attacking me and me losing. It helps me lower my trophies, so I don't mind losing, and I don't need to max that out, so I'm okay keeping that down. Research lab, that would be good, but not fantastic. Yeah, so none of those I'm really in a hurry to do. I don't need to get everything maxed out. I'd rather just use that cash to upgrade my chips and get more legendary chips. Not going to the top level chips yet, but obviously I have a fair amount of legendaries, and I can use more. I only have 2 people that are doing really well with the legendaries. All right, let's get back. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. There's one time when it might matter, and if I hit that situation, I'll talk about it. Well, I guess I'll talk about it now, since I'm just blasting through these collections anyway. Usually I try to stay and analyze the stuff I'm getting, but you guys have been doing this for a week already. You know what everything is. I'm not expecting to get anything, to be honest with you. I would not be surprised, at least if I get through 100 and I don't get any of the holograms. So if something shows up, we'll stop and take a look, but other than that, I'm just going to blast through it. 246 cryptos, that's nice. And with all that talking, I forgot where I was going to go. Ooh, premium, very nice. I've gotten a couple weeks of premium on my mini account, which is highly useful. It's very painful playing any and all of these games without premium. I don't think I mentioned it on this channel yet, but I did go ahead and change my camera angle, which you're probably seeing the top of my head a lot, which I'm going to try to work on not having my head down the whole time. But it's still shaking, but the camera was on top of my monitor, and my eyes little tiny desk that I'm using here, and I constantly move all the time, and with all my moving, it makes the camera shake. Ooh, 450 crypto is very nice. And with all that shaking, I'm sure that drives you guys crazy, so this is my attempt to not have quite as much shaking on the camera as we have had before. Nobody's complained about it that I've seen, but I have noticed it myself. So, and with that said, if there's anything constructive that you guys can provide, I know the big thing that people say is prepare for your videos more often. Obviously, there is some merit to that. My excuse there is I don't have a lot of spare time to devote to much of this, so I just kind of turn it on and just wing it. I might have some general idea of what I'm going to cover, but for the most part, I'm kind of winging it as I go, so that's why I seem confused and not really sure where I'm going, and I get distracted all the time because I'm just kind of making it up. The one where I didn't do that was when I talked about my strength versus power. I kind of organized that one and prepared that one a little bit more. I know there are people that constantly ask about sets and how to do bunkers, and there are some certain videos I could prepare and probably make useful to a lot of people, and those would be some of them. I just need to, one, have the time to do it, and two, I don't really do bunkers yet. Which reminds me, that is where I was going to go. My mini account is getting stronger. This account is getting stronger. So I went in last night. I did a bunker with my best team on this account. So I used my 3-100s, and then I put together a fairly good team on my mini account, and I was able to get it to 80%. I realize that's really nothing much for those of you that do 100% every time, but for me, it's a pretty big deal because I was not that close before. So not there yet. I mean, the goal is to be able to get, 100% every single time very easily, like I can do in Hustle Castle. And once I do that, then I can figure out how to attack some of these battles, because there's certain fights here that are a little bit different than I face in Hustle Castle. So I want to know how to be able to get around those, and then I can start putting together a guide and doing some of the bunker runs on the video, and maybe live stream some of that so people can ask questions as we're going. All right, getting some epic chips here. That looked good for a minute, getting those orange legendary pieces, but nothing super special. I don't know. This is pretty much, I guess, as expected. I'm getting a lot of uranium, which is nice. It is a very hard to come by resource, so that is a nice thing to see. No holograms, obviously. Holograms? Prototypes. Holograms are American Dad. No prototypes yet. Alright, where are we at? So we got 15 left to go. Look at that. I've gone through 106. So we went through like 80 or 90. Well, might as well finish it at this point, right? As expected. Nothing yet. So not a big deal. Last couple of times I've done this in the other games, I've been well over 100 before I've gotten my first ones. Usually like 130 to 140. So it's very possible that could be the case in this game. Not sure. I could be going back and forth and doing my old strategy where if things are going bad and I'm getting bad stuff, I back out and move back in, but I'm kind of backing down on that as being something that helps. So in the interest of keeping this quick and easy, I'm just going to blast through them. Obviously, halfway through the event, I'm at 120. I'm not going to get to 350, so the likelihood of me getting everything is extremely small. I'm going to aim for 2, I guess, at this point. That would be fantastic. And last but not least, there we go. Nothing. So we have gotten through rankings. 121 so far and nothing. But we did get this guy. Once in a while, 666 juices. Let me just say this right now because this came up many times on the Discord server. This does not mean this device can be used 6,666 times and then it's gone in one battle, or forever and then it's gone. This is just the name of the device. I can't even think of anything now. There's bait. There's many other names for other devices, multi-purpose weapons. This is just the name of the weapon. It's called 6,666 uses. So that number does not change, by the way. Because look at this. Here's all our uses. Lots of different options. So let me just pop right down here to the bottom. Once every 18 seconds, that means it's probably going to happen once per battle. Even if you put a prototype on here, it's going to drop it to, I'm going to guess, 14 seconds, 12 seconds. There's not going to be many battles, I don't think, that are going to have that pop up. So you want something that's going to be good to happen once. So we got to reanimate, we got to stun, This is good. You know, it's going to be some random ways of impacting a fight, but I can see this as being a useful one. So that's nice. Let me go see if I have somebody I can put that on now. The problem is I only have 3 level 100 fighters. So I have I don't have all the best. Out of all of the best multi-purposes, there's only 3 that I can use at a time. I have a feeling that one might be usable, but let's see. So we got the steel heart, spare heart. This thing is a beast, and there's no way I'm going to get rid of this because it's highly useful, especially on my tank out front. So we're going to keep that one. We're going to have a little bit of a spoiler, which I might have done already as we go through my sets here. My Ranger 1 has backstab. I don't want to get rid of that. Spark, that's another one. So here we go. We can see the names here. So we got this Flash. This guy's called Flash rather than 6,666 uses. All right, that one's backstab. I don't want to get rid of that one, so we're keeping that one. So that means I really only have one option, which is what Psycho is currently using. And this is magnetism. Selects 2 to 4 enemy targets and places magnets next to them. The magnet strips the enemy of their armor. These enemies lose 45% stats. So I'm going to have to do some testing because I think this has actually been helping me a lot with people losing their armor. Compare that versus the results of this new one, which is going to be random. So it's going to be highly inconsistent. We got reanimation, we got stun, which is always highly useful because that's what Psycho's currently using. Reduce cooldown times, slightly useful. Increase cooldown times, slightly useful. Increase health. Strips of their armor, which is, you know, what we're looking at here, but it's so this is strips enemy of their armor for 6 seconds versus 6 seconds is the same. They lose 45%. So this is pretty much the same thing, but that's only out of all of the times it's going to go. This might happen occasionally. All right, we got healing ability and we got that. So I'm equip. I'm going to put it on. So we'll do some testing with that. I'll keep that going for a while. As you can see, I have a slight change in Psycho. Power's up quite a bit. I have a new red item down here. And the reason I did that is up here, I'm crafting the second one right now. Since I'm not doing many bunkers, I don't have many items. I can't craft very many cores. So the first thing I started doing here is my Peacekeeper set. And I was able to craft enough to, you know, build 2 out of 6, but I'm out of material. So I can't do any more here until well, that's the one I can actually do. I can do the tunnels. So I need to start spending some time in the tunnels. I forgot. I thought that was actually a problem with the bunker. So I need to start doing the tunnels. I'll start working on that so I can get my Peacekeeper going here. But anyway, I can't craft any more cores there. So then I also look at my reptile here. This is the next set I'm going to go on, but I've crafted 3 already, and now I'm at the point where I can only craft 2 more. And I just got these other options to do 2 more by opening up a bunch of chests in my inventory, which allowed me to get more materials, but I need to get these by doing the bunkers, which I'm not really doing. So that I can't really do a whole lot more. So then it's like, what's the third set I'm going to do? And this is the third set I'm going to do, which is the fire starter. And I had quite a few of these I could do. So I was able to craft 6 and I used them all. And I could have kept waiting and did stuff that was going to be more useful, like the weapons and those abilities. But I really wanted to try to get another 2 of 6. I'm not looking to complete a full set yet. If I could, I absolutely would, but I'm not looking to rush that. So I was able to get another 2 out of 6, and this isn't going to be a huge help, but it's going to be a little bit of a help. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up, to be honest with you. I'm going to pay the 200 cryptos. I got a bunch of them. Let's do that. So that gives me now 2 out of 6. Did that? Oh, here we go. So a couple things here. Okay, so 39 out of 53, so a bad roll. So this, just so you guys know how this works, the possible range I could have gotten this device anywhere between 37.94 and 74.44. I got a 39.63, so that's almost the bottom. This is almost the worst possible set item I could have crafted. Once you do recrafting, these numbers go up, so that's the bottom. Everything's going to be, every time I recraft, it's going to go up. But unfortunately, that really stinks. So that could have been a whole lot better, especially the chemistry knowledge. That's the main reason I'm using this. And for oh, hold on, did I chemistry knowledge 37, chemistry knowledge 55? Okay, they got that backwards. That's really interesting. Okay, so it's not the worst one possible. So defense 39, that's, we got the difference of 27 in there. That's 13. That's almost half. So about 50% of what I could have done, I did. So that's not quite as bad. Chemistry knowledge is up, not quite as high, but it is up, so that's helpful. So that's going to be helpful. That's going to give me 2 of 6, which is going to allow me to start doing some burning. It's only 36,000 damage, but I think that might be helpful. And there's also less healing and health when they're reanimated. So it's minor, but a step in the right direction. The one thing I am slightly worried about is it does increase my power higher than I wanted to go, probably. It's going to put me over 4 million, which it is what it is. And I don't... 4.077. I wasn't looking to get over 4 million, so I could probably try to drop that number down a little bit. But at this point, there's probably not a reason to do that. Think about that real quick before I get into battle. But here's what Cycle's looking like right now. 761,000. I did have to go ahead and put on a bracelet, which I didn't have a bracelet on there. So this is also increasing my power because of having the bracelet, but I need the bracelet to be able to craft the 2 out of 6. And this isn't a very fantastic bracelet, to be honest with you, but it is one that I could put on, and I could go ahead and recraft that later once I get a better one to use. So that puts me, what did I say, 4.077. My current historic is 3836. So that puts me up an extra 230,000 power, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest with you. I like to be under the 4 million because it kind of scares people. I'm gonna do something silly here. We're gonna do a couple tests. Where are we at for time-wise? We got 20 minutes. We blasted through all that fairly quickly. I'm surprised that opening all that material went quick. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and announce the giveaway, next giveaway. I'm going to try to do a couple different tests, and I might do some arenas. I might do some PvP. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to keep my power the same and see how that goes, and I'm going to increase the power and see how that goes. I have to do it that direction, otherwise it wouldn't work. All right, first things first, let's do the giveaway. Those of you that are new here, what it is, there's a Google form down below in the description. Just click on that Google form, open it up, and you see it's just, you entered 3 different things. Well, let's do it right here. So the profile up here, you can get your game ID. I need to have this game ID. This is important, so you can copy it. So give me your game ID, give me your game name, and then you're going to give me a random number. The random number range this week is going to be 20,000 to 25,000. So pick some random number anywhere you want, but the winning number is going to be between 20,000 and 25,000. The 10 people that get the closest to that number will get 250 crypto coins each, and those are provided to us by the Zero City Facebook page community. So thank you very much for supporting the channel for a long time. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, it's that simple. And if there's a tiebreaker, the tie goes to the person that got the number in first. So it's very rare to get a tie, and it's got to be the tie at the 10th position, but it has happened a couple different times. So whoever gets in there first gets that number. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull out my assassin out here, who's no longer an assassin. They're now a ranger, and this puts my power back at 3901. So it's a slight increase. 3901 up 65,000, which is fine. I want to try to just do a couple, see if I can find some people to fight that are worthy fights. Let's just try this one and see how the new set item is working. So obviously I'm fighting 4 against one of the most annoying things about the game. I think everybody complains about it. They've been asking about this forever in Hustle Castle. Like, can you just tell us when the person's in the game and get it changed? And it doesn't happen. So, all right, 5.3 million. Let's try this one. I'm going to try to lower this. Oh, my goodness gracious. Especially on an emulator where these refresh screens take a long time. That's very much a pain. So setting your historic high, I've mentioned this before, but when you go into almost all battles, that's when it gets reset. So my historic high, even though I had it much higher in my barracks, it didn't change because I haven't gone into battle yet. And from my understanding, that doesn't change in the bunker. So you can go in and max out everything in the bunker. It doesn't change when you go in with your clan fights. So you can put in a higher squad in your clan fights. Let's try this one. And it won't reset your historic high. But when you go in PvP like I'm doing here, if you're going in to arenas, that's going to reset your historic high. If you're going into the railroad, that's going to reset it. I suspect in the, not the portal, the tunnels, but I don't know that for sure. All right, so I'm going with 4-man squad. They have a 5-man squad, 5-person squad, sorry. So I have 3 100s and 1 85. So far we're looking pretty good. We were looking good. Falling off pace here a little bit. Trying to watch so many different things. I'm certainly not seeing everything, but obviously that worked out quite well. I can go to at least 1 times speed next time instead of 0.5. That's too slow. I'm not analyzing quite that closely, especially no numbers showing. All right, so it's only 4 fighters. What do we have here? Infantry, that's the big deal, obviously. His goal is to be out there and to live, and he's reviving himself quite a bit too, which is nice. Psycho is now do 20% damage. Very nice. Nice little improvement. Plus, Psycho's also doing taking some of the damage and doing some healing. That's obviously very small numbers there, but what I'm going to try to do, I don't think I have it yet. I'm going to see if I can find a reanimation attachment, because I don't usually go into reanimation. Somebody mentioned that I should. Again, I'm trying to not raise my power very much, and quite often if my infantry dies, people blast right through and they immediately kill my chemist, so they don't get that reanimation anyway, because it has to be like perfect timing of when they die and when the proc is going to go for the chemist. So it rarely happens, and it's just a waste of power in my opinion. But if I can get an attachment to Psycho to do that reanimation, then we might be talking something useful. So that would obviously raise my power more, but that would be a highly useful one. So that would be one to look at. And then obviously this is why my team is doing so good. Another question that's come up multiple times is, why am I using this new rifle instead of the other one? Because this one's way better. That's why. I forget what it was called, but the rapid fire rifle or whatever, that was pretty much a game changer when it came out. Everybody that got it was jealous because it was such a game changer. That's no longer the top rifle anymore. This one is the hacking attack rifle. And from what I'm seeing, it's the same thing in Hustle Castle. This is going to be nerfed because it's massively OP at the moment, and usually crits way more than this. But it was in Hustle Castle as well, and then they nerfed it a bit. It's still really good, but it's not quite as good as it was. So I expect this to be nerfed, but for the time being, I'm going to take it. I'm going to happily take it. All right, not a bad test. So now let me go in just to get back to historic high talk. So if I go up here now, look at my historic high. This should be updated 3901 because I went into battle with that one. I might even, let's just do this. Let's just do something silly. We'll make this video too long. So for those that don't want to hang out for an arena, I'm going to go into an arena with four instead of, well, I have been doing 5 instead of 6, but I'm going to go with 4 instead of 6 and see how incredibly poor this goes. The reality is, I've mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it again, but when I go into a fight, since I'm not getting everybody maxed out with stats the way they do the matching anyway, I'm going to get matched against people with 10 and 11 million power. Oftentimes, even like 7 to 9 million. I can't beat them. No matter if I max out my best squad possible, I'm not more than likely going to beat them. So I'm going to still work on keeping my power low so I can use that to be more successful when I'm doing the railroad station. I've been struggling a little bit there. I don't bring Psycho in there because he's going to raise my power up higher, and I'm kind of afraid of that. But he's so strong that it's been hurting me. So if I can get that reanimation attachment there, I'm going to back off and go, oh, we got 8 now. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing Psycho into the railroad as well, which I think will be useful. And the way I think at one point Hustle Castle did publish how they do this matching, and it's changed many times since, but for the first couple minutes it's trying to match people that match your setup, whatever that definition is, and if it can't, then it kind of starts broadening as time goes on. It starts broadening the search of people it's looking for. So I kind of run a little bit of a weird setup here with the 94 bracket, and if it can't find anybody quick enough, they're trying to get a match going as quickly as possible. So they start pulling in people that are like way stronger and not necessarily in the same league, and also way weaker for that matter too. So occasionally you see people with like 1 million power fighting people with 11 million power. Quite unfortunate for both sides, actually. Come on, one more. I'm gonna back out real quick, see if we can find something. Of course, I knew when I back out it would come up. All right, let's see if we can even have a fair test here. So there's a 3-1, that's good. Hopefully we have a few of them. 5-6, that's going to be worth a test. So we got 2, 3 so far under 5, 6. 4. There we go, 12 million, very nice. 11.9 million. All right, so I got 5 people under 6.1, I think it was. 5.6, where was that 6 million person? There we go, 6.8. So I will do my first test against Maxi probably. Not going to do bum face because that'll give me 150 points. I don't want to be at the top. Let's see who's fighting me. Anybody? Nobody's fighting me yet. How did that person get 126? That was against Kaiser. Elaba against Kaiser. Elaba's 8.9. Kaiser was 5.6. Oof. Look at that. I don't think I want to fight Kaiser, apparently. Alright, let's just fight Maxi, because this should be a loss. Probably going to be an ugly loss, for that matter, but let's see what happens. Like I said, I haven't done any of these with 4 people, so this could be really, really bad. And it is. Well, you know, I don't expect to win this fight anyway, but I need to get down to the more realistic numbers. The reality is I'm not going to run 5. I just want to do some tests with this power before I went ahead and raised it really high. So Ari and Dylan, just placeholders, not doing anything. Psycho did a little bit of work. Didn't live very long. 531,000 damage in a very short amount of time with 9 crits. Very nice. That was an expected loss. Alright, let's... Bumface was the 1.7. That's the one I would like to fight right now, but they're probably not going to win. ASD. Alright, so here we go. Soul. Looks like we're going to fight Soul. Soul already fought us and lost. Anybody here? These guys are going to stay in front of us, so let's do this one. This should be an easy win, hopefully. Whew, real quick work there. Wowzer. Look at that. Oh, came back alive. I thought we had a full score on that one. Lost 5 points, that's alright. Let's check those stats. Infantry doing nothing, which is fine. The good news is, look at that. So Ari and Dylan, they sat there, they took 37% of the damage. So obviously a team that's not very strong, they're not dealing that much damage, which helps, but you know, they're not hitting my big tank too much, and they're fighting those little placeholders, so not bad. Psycho doing some healing. Obviously you put my ranger out of commission, I can't do anything. That is a one-man show going on there. Okay, Bumface will be... Do we need to... We'll fight Cacnose next. No point in waiting. Let's go ahead and do that. The good news is I should get double 225s. It'll put me about 450, give or take 450, which is where I would be if I had 3 normal wins. The problem is I have a fight that I probably won't win coming up soon. Another 220. Not bad for a 4-man team. 4-person team. Same results, pretty much exactly. 23 crits. 1 million damage, 23 crits. 74% of the damage. 9 kills. So, if you're on the fence about trying that weapon, that might convince you to give it a shot. And that's not even with the set going on, so I need to get a lot more cores before I can do that. But, oh, look at that, I got a card. For those that wonder why you don't get a card, cards don't drop very often in the arena. If you're doing the arena all day long, you're going to get a fair amount of cards. But if you're just popping in to do your dailies or whatever, you're not going to get many cards. It's not the best way to farm cards. I was going to check time. Where am I at here? We're at 34 minutes. I'll wrap it up here. I'll maybe get back into another fight for the next video. And by then I'll have tried my 5-man squad. 1.7, that's an easy win. Kaiser. All right, who fought us here? Let's see what's going on. Kaiser lost, so 5.6 lost. CAC we already beat. ASD beat us, but so ASD was 7.1. They only got 137. Sewell lost. All right, nobody's fighting us yet, so Lucas we're not going to fight. No way. 8.9, no. 7.1 I could consider at some point, maybe. I'll go see if I want to fight ASD. Let's just go ahead and fight Bumface here, and then I'll see if I want to try to fight ASD. I don't think I do, but we'll see. Alright, I can just go ahead up to full double speed here. Not a big surprise, 6 seconds. These stats are always thrown way off when you have major mismatches, so it's not even really worth considering. My people that are level 1 fighters took 62% of the damage. So obviously nothing here is going to be even looking reasonable. Alright, so anybody, all these top people are going to start fighting me next probably. Kaiser, I mean, they probably fought them already. So the only one I would consider is ASD at 7.1 million or Kaiser at 5.6. Let's see what ASD is running here. So we got a very high level hero. Where's this guy here? Triggerable, fires, under barrel launcher. I haven't really paid attention to what people are running, but that doesn't seem like a great one, but it's level 8 obviously, so that's good for them. Alright, so we got a double set there with the armor. And that's it. What are the levels? 85, 85. We got 2 100s. Probably can't win that one. Especially since Kaiser is top 3 at the moment. Looks like Kaiser lost to us. Oh yeah, we saw that before. So if I get it 150, that put me at 740. That'll put me 5th place. If I win, I will be in 5th place. If I lose, I will be in 5th place. So I guess we might as well test it out, right? I lose the opportunity, a small chance to get a card. All right, let's go ahead and try it and see what happens. I suspect this will be ugly against me. I'm gonna go slow. 10 million health, or 1 million health. Hard to combat that, obviously. Yeah, very, very ugly. He's got my ranger gone already, but it was a free roll, so, you know, why not? At least I lasted to 202, 201, 200. I knocked off 25 if they would have attacked me, so that's one of my other things I like doing is, you know, preventing people from getting as many points even when they do beat me. Yeah, I don't know. It's a test. So if I go and put, I got 5th place. So if I go ahead and put my 5-man squad in, 5-person squad, then my power will go over 4 million. It's not going to be a significant change though, because it was a ranger who's not even fully set up. Obviously I could change that. Come on. So she's only got a weapon and armor because I was trying to keep her power at a certain point. So I'm going to have to revisit my whole chart, see where I'm at. Maybe we can give her a bracelet to make her stronger, do some more damage. I'll, you know, do some revisiting of some things and also do some testing of this new multi-purpose as well and see what I want to do. I think I have, obviously I have a bunch of prototypes I can put on things, including this one, which let's test it out. So what did I say? 14 seconds instead of 18, so that knocks 4 seconds off of it. So that's not worth the increased power to me, and the other ones I'm already using, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. One of my ways of deciding what to do also is I look to see what the top level people are doing. I'm not going to do that anymore in this video because this one's gone on for a long time, but yeah, interesting tests. Getting a little bit stronger. I got 3 partial sets going, 2 of 6. And a long way to go. So these are the 3 I'm working on. So I got Firestarter, I have Peacekeeper, and then the reptile. Those are the three I'm building. I'm not going to really probably do anything else until that. There's a set that comes out. It's not in this game yet. That's an Elsa Castle. That's definitely a top one when it came out, and it's still a top one. I'm running 2 of them. It's the Darkula set. I'm not sure what it's going to be when it comes in this game, but whenever that comes out, I will start working on that one as well. That's a huge one, so I will certainly be doing that one when it comes out. So, all right, this has gone on for a long time. Obviously, I am making some progress, I guess, as far as the fact that I've opened up 121 collections now and I haven't gotten anything, but you know, got 8 more days to get these 3 different prototypes. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Hopefully I at least get 1 or 2. So I think I will wrap it up there. So good luck to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.